proof that I finished my workout and I'm safe. So I think that is very helpful. And welcome to it. Today we are going to be chatting about Apple Watch tips heading into the new year, ways that you can use your Apple Watch to be productive and help you out with taking on some of your goals, whether they're fitness goals, life, work, productivity goals, all the above. I have some tips for everybody. So I'm excited to get to sharing. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Julia. I would love if you subscribe and hang out because we do tech and lifestyle videos all the time over here. So if you like that overlap, definitely consider subscribing. Love to have you as part of my family. I currently have the Apple Watch Series 10 in rose gold, and this is the 42mm watch face here. So I actually still have the band that came with the Apple Watch on and the face because I just liked it so much. So I really want to customize mine a little bit today with you all and show you, of course, all my tips. So we are just gonna go ahead and jump right in to tip number 1. Okay, first up, well, first of all, ignore that all my nails fell off of this hand and I still have some on this hand. We're not gonna talk about that. First, did you know that you can actually change your activity ring goals on your Apple Watch? So personally for me, I work from home. I do not get 10,000 steps in a day. And I always hated feeling awful when I didn't close my rings or do anything like that of the sort. So you can actually adjust them so that it fits your lifestyle. So we're going to head in and go to activity. Then you're going to turn your digital crown so that it goes to a goal. So a stand goal. I think I'm gonna try and lower my stand goal because this thing is always yelling at me. All you have to do is hit this little button in the bottom right and you can either change it for today or change it daily. I'm going to move it to 8 hours a day. So as we can see, I've only stood 4 out of the 8 hours today. Darn desk chairs. So I lowered my daily calorie moving burn or whatever. See, this shows how much I know about fitness. And yeah, you can go in and adjust those so that it is on your own terms, your own progress based on your body and your daily lifestyle. All right, next step that I have for you is downloading. It's an app. So this one is called the Focus Pomo app. There it is. We're gonna open it. This is what it looks like on the App Store. We're just gonna open it, and it already has a bunch of different timers already preset that you can choose. So a classic though for the Pomodoro method is doing like 25-minute of being focused and then 5-minute break. So I just like that I could easily start it from my watch and not have this little timer. I feel like since it's on my wrist, I have a much less of a chance of getting distracted because let's say if I normally would do this on my phone and start a timer on my phone, if I wanted to ever check the time and see how much time I've left on the timer, what if I see a notification and I feel like I need to tend to it immediately or just get distracted in general? I feel like since it's on my watch, I won't get as distracted. And then I also like, it doesn't show you the time as it's counting down if it's like, you know, like asleep almost, so that I'm not sitting here watching the seconds tick by, but if I show my wrist or whatever to look at it, it'll go back to counting down and then just go back. So it's very nice. And now I'm looking at it. It even has like 4 little dots for 4 different sessions if you really want to be productive with your time. So I'm very excited about that, just to be able to control my productivity, hopefully, just from my watch and be able to pull up a quick timer. Again, that app is called the Focus Pomo, but there's a lot of other ones out there too. All right, next up, we're going to be talking about the app organization. So this is a little bit of a beginner tip, but you can choose if you want your apps to be shown in a list like this, or in a grid. So you just kind of scroll all the way back down to the bottom and you can change it to a grid, which is really helpful. But if you pull up your phone and go into the watch app, you can also click app view here and switch back and forth here. And then you can actually also arrange your apps however you want them. So I'm gonna take my new Pomo app, put it somewhere in the middle. Same with this, which I'll be showing you later. Okay. Perfect. So that's just a fun thing that you can just customize your Apple Watch a step further. So now there's my apps for me to easily, quickly click into my timer. Now, I know in this video we are talking about the new year and trying to become our best selves this new year in 2025, but I feel like nobody ever really talks about the feelings of being overwhelmed or stressed or maybe feeling pressure that comes with the start of a new year. Sometimes it feels like we have to make all these immediate changes and everybody's feeling excited and inspired, but sometimes some of us might feel anxious or feel like we're falling behind. I know definitely last year when I was heading into 2024, I had no idea what I wanted my life to be, and it seemed like everybody had things figured out and I felt like I was definitely behind. So if you're having any sorts of those feelings, I just want to stop real quick and tell you about our sponsor today, which is BetterHelp, and we can chat about how therapy might help you with these feelings in 2025. So with BetterHelp, it is all online and you'll fill out a questionnaire and then you are matched with a therapist in as little as a couple days. And it's really cool because they have over 30,000 licensed professionals within their network, and you can easily switch therapists at no extra cost at any time if it's not a good fit for you. So in the new year, they can help you untangle external pressures from your internal values, maybe break down any feelings of feeling behind, help develop a personalized timeline for you, or help you break down any feelings of comparison. So going into the new year, it's always so exciting, but it's definitely important to check in on yourself and your mental health first before taking on all of your goals. So you can start fresh any day of the year with BetterHelp. Click the link in my description or go to betterhelp.com/JuliaKChrist and get 10% off of your first month of therapy. Okay, piggybacking off of the idea and topic of mental health, one of my favorite things about my Apple Watch is the notifications that I get. I love just being notified about texts, calls, everything, and I thought what better way if there was an app out there that would notify me with like a cute little inspiring quote, a little positive affirmation throughout the day, and I found one. It's called I Am. I actually think I used to have this as like a widget on my phone, but having it as notifications on my watch is just top tier. So it's called I Am, and it'll literally pop up on your watch and your phone too, but I look at my watch first usually because I feel it first, and it just has cute little quotes, and you can go through and customize if you have any certain areas of your life that you're like wanting to target, like your mental health, body positivity, motivation in general, all sorts of different things. It'll like give you a little questionnaire at first. It is awfully like, there's a lot of ads that pop up, but I promise it's free as long as you just wait and like click out of everything. Here's a little glimpse of what the iPhone app looks like. It's very cute. All right, our next tip is starting your day off with checking your vitals app on your Apple Watch. So I am actually really bad because I don't sleep with my Apple Watch. I am an Oura Ring girl when it comes to sleep tracking. I've actually slept with this on a few times when I just kind of forgot to take it off, and it's really not that bad, but I just prefer to sleep with just the ring on usually. So I don't have much data on my vitals app, but if you are good at sleeping with your watch on and doing all that stuff, you should definitely check in and look at the vitals app on your watch. So if you head in and look, mine's all the way down here. It looks like that though. Click on that and it'll show you your overnight data, your heart rate, respiratory rate, wrist temperature, sleep duration, all these cool, insane metrics that are really nice to know. It's really cool because if 2 or more of your metrics are out of their normal range and they're a little whack for some reason, it'll give you a notification, and that'll also include a message of how these different changes could be linked to things in your life, like if you have had more alcohol consumption lately, elevation changes, or maybe even sickness. So that's really nice. If you are a tech health nerd like me, I don't know, I get a lot of that stuff from my Oura Ring, so that's why I don't sleep with this on. But if you don't have this and you have this, definitely take full advantage and sleep with it on, and then fast charge it in the morning, like when you're taking a shower at night, because I personally think health data is really cool. It's really insane at what all it can know about you, which actually leads into my next tip of this app that I just downloaded for my watch that I think is insane. Tip number 6 is called Stress Watch, and I downloaded it off the App Store, and then I look at it from my phone, but basically it takes the data from your Apple Watch and it'll give you your stress score. So I was in the red like 20 minutes ago. Don't know how I know what it is. Talking to you guys just makes me happy and not stressed. So thank you. Anyways, it'll give you a whole breakdown as to what you're feeling. This even gave me a nice little message that says, work and life should be balanced. It's okay to take a break. No need to be too hard on yourself. Maintaining a healthy balance between tension and relaxation is an effective way to cope with stress. It'll show you your latest reading. You can log your feeling. You can add little widgets to your Apple Watch if you wanted to see like what your current vibe was, or log a certain feeling that you have. I also don't know how it's got my sleep data. I don't know if it got it from my ring or what, or maybe I slept with my watch on and didn't know it, but it gets my sleep data, my ring data, all these sorts of cool metrics. And I just think this app is really cool. So that is called a Stress Watch. Once again, you have to click out of like 1,000 ads to get to it, but I promise it's free. I'm not paying anything right now, but you just have to, get away from all of it. And it does it all based off of your HRV value every 2 to 5 hours. I also believe I turned on notifications, so it should send me a notification if I am like extra stressed or something and it notices it. It'll like give me a notification and tell me to chill out maybe. I don't know. I just downloaded it like an hour ago, but I'm obsessed already. And that's one thing I'm really working on in 2025 is being less stressed, because my Oura Ring things will tell me I was stressed for 8 hours in a whole day. I'm only awake for like 12, 14 hours of the day, so that's horrifying to me sometimes. So really trying to work on that, stop putting less strain on my body and relax more and not work so hard. So I think that's a really nice little health and wellness tip for your Apple Watch. Speaking of health and wellness again, if you are entering your fitness era for 2025 and starting to work out more, or if you already do, this is just a very helpful safety tip. The world is horrifying, and with all of these sad cases coming out about people and female and particularly like getting into safety issues while on runs alone and walks and stuff, there is a really cool feature that's helpful if you go and you're starting a workout. It's called a check-in, which I use check-in all the time on my phone. In my messages, I'll send a check-in whenever I'm driving home. I'll send it to my husband or my mom or whoever and say, hey, I'm heading home, and it'll give them updates. But you can also do it from your watch. Let's say we're starting an outdoor run. Oh, my watch isn't on, it's getting mad. Here we have it going, but if you swipe to the side, you'll see your screen here, and there it is right there. It's the yellow check mark. It's check-in. That automatically has it going to my sister, but you can edit it. Check in when workout ends, or you can change it to when I arrive after a timer. So if I set it for when I arrive and choose a destination, it'll tell my sister that I've arrived, or just after I've ended the workout on my watch, it'll tell her that I finished my workout and I'm safe. So I think that is a very helpful feature for us to be safe and make sure we're aware of our surroundings, and at least somebody else knows our location and has an idea of how things are going. So check-in is a very great feature. You can also do it from your phone if you don't have a watch if you're watching this. I use it all the time and I love it. So highly recommend just starting that if you're ever going to outdoor walk or run, even if it's where you usually go or if you know it's safe. It's just a good idea just in case. Last tip, number 8, we are not going to be losing our phones anymore in 2025. I left my house without the phone for the first time in like probably ever on accident the other day, and I'm not going to be doing that anymore. So this is just a fun tip for those of you. I know a lot of you probably already know the first part to this tip. So one of the best things about having an Apple Watch is being able to locate your phone from it with the good old tap to find, and then it's back there and it, it'll bring it right to you. But if you're really struggling a little more than usual, did you know you can actually press and hold on this? And it's gonna blink the flashlight along with playing the noise, along with giving you the direction to it. I just learned that recently and I thought it was so cool. I didn't realize if you press and hold, it also does the flashlight. I'm excited to be using my Apple Watch more for workouts because my husband and I said, it's like every year, but we're going to maybe start working out and get our Peloton out of the closet and bring it out and start using it. So I'm excited to finally start using this a little more than just for getting notifications and texting people and stuff like that. So hopefully all of these new apps and tips helped you out. If they did, I would love if you like this video and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. I will link a playlist down below with a lot of my favorite Apple Watch bands and accessories and this Apple Watch itself as well. If you made it to this point in the video, comment the Apple Watch emoji, of course, down below, and I'll know who made it all the way to the end because you guys are the best and the greatest. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!